Welcome to Crossover to Profits. This video is going to show you how to improve your chart appearance in the Thinkorswim platform. I have pulled up here what we're going to be working towards, which is the finished product of a nice clean looking price chart of Apple. So what I'm going to do is just go up here to the gear icon. It's going to have our chart settings, and I'm going to reset to chart default. So this is what out of the box Thinkorswim charts are going to look like. So you can see quite a bit more noise going on here, not as clean of a looking of an interface. So let's go back to our chart settings. I'll talk through some of the options you have. So the first one is on the general tab is this overlap volume. It's going to default to unchecked. If you check that, you can see it's going to overlay the volume on your price chart. I think that's super helpful to, if you have any indicators below your price chart, it makes it nice and clean to have the volume as part of the price, and you can see what price bars correlate to an increase or decrease in volume. So that's the first tip. General tab, layout, overlap, volume. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the time axis. And if you're just looking at equity trades, you can get rid of the show expiration Friday for option expirations. And that's going to get rid of those red vertical lines that make a lot of noise on your chart. So I like to do that. And then the final is go into the appearance. This is where the majority of your flexibility of how you want your chart type to be. So the default's going to be candlestick. That's what I like to use. But if you wanted to see bar charts or line charts, all that options there. And it has this nice preview area so you can see how your changes are going to look in real time before you apply them. And then you can change your uptick and your downtick colors, and then your doji as well. So you can change that from a gray to a cayenne or whatever color you want. And then the fill up, fill down. So this is something that I think is nice to do. So if you do fill up, you'll have your up bars will be solid green, and your fill down will be solid red. We can basically do the inverse of what the default is. So you can highlight your positive days and kind of mute the negative days. And then if you want to show wicks or not, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to show wicks, but that option's there. And then your cursor, so it's going to default to this cross, but you can change that to be just a horizontal cursor or a vertical. But I like the cross. That way you can move around and see both the horizontal and vertical lines. Snap crosshair, that's just going to snap if you want it to just always go to the high or the low of the day. So you can see it just, as you move your cursor, it's going to snap to that price bar's high or low. I like to just have it free form, so I'm going to have that unselected. And then volume, bars, color as simple tick. So if you want to show up day volume as green, you can do that, and down days as red. That's a personal preference. I would say if you overlap your volume on your price chart, I wouldn't advise that, because we can click apply. You can see that it just provides a lot of noise. But if we go back to our general and we unselect that overlap volume, a lot better looking if it's underneath on its own volume segment versus integrated into the price chart. So let's go ahead and change that back. We'll deselect that. We'll change it to the pre-select color. Click apply. So there we go. And then the last thing is this other, and I like to unselect to get rid of those grid lines. And then we can click OK. And so that's a much cleaner looking chart interface. I think it gets rid of all those grid lines and the option expiration vertical lines, remove some of that noise. And then also I like having the solid update bars versus having those opposite, and then the down days having those just be an outline versus a solid red. So this is how I like to structure my charts. Again, that's the gear icon up here, the chart settings, and there's a lot of flexibility here. So you can bring that up and you can change how you want. You can also go to the equities tab and just remove the volume subgraph altogether if you want to capture that in an indicator and don't even want to mess with the volume. So there's a lot of options, but I just highlighted the ones I like to do, and I think get you to a really good looking chart so you can focus on studying price action, adding moving averages or other indicators onto your chart, and have a good, clean, smooth looking interface to begin with. So hope that you found that helpful. Please consider liking and subscribing. Leave a comment down below if there's anything else you'd like to see me go into. I'll be doing my daily updates this week for swing trading ideas. And thank you for watching, and God bless.